Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing fine. Today we'll continue with Chapter 1, Part 3, Grade 6 CBSE. What, where, how and when. So guys, in the last class we talked about where did people live. You can check the previous videos to know where did people live. Here we talked all about Narmada River, we talked about Ganga River, we talked about Vindhya Range. We even talked about Garo Hills where we find evidence of first crops. Apart from this, we even talked of Suleiman Hills, Kirthar Hills there in Pakistan, where we find the first evidence of wheat and barley grown by men and women around 8,000 years ago. So as we happen to continue our journey, we reach towards the last section of the chapter where we are going to discuss how historians are related to archaeologists. Now in the last session, in case you guys have been very attentive, you might remember me talking about archaeologists, the people who study the remains of buildings, stones, read the paintings, try to understand the sculpture, and even dig deep into the earth to explore and to find out some old tools, some weapons, some pots, ornaments, to get a glimpse of how people used to live back in the past. Because it's very obvious that all those stuff that is imperishable, which means that cannot be destroyed easily, stays there for long, can survive for long. But of course, what kind of food they ate or people used to eat, what kind of animals they had, we only can take a deeper look into all this if we know more about, if we get to know, if we find some sort of bones. And even if these ancient people happen to use some sort of grains, happen to use some sort of wood, we can't really find it in its original form. They might have burned it. And now we find it in its charred form, which means we find it not in its original form, but we find it more which is burnt as of now, which is black in color. So coming back to our topic, whatever archaeologists have found, historians, the scholars, like you guys are reading about the history, in due course of time, you might turn out to be the historian. So the historians find and look deep into all these sources, study all of them, refer to all the information that archaeologists have provided, and then they try to join the dots, bit by bit, to reconstruct the history. So these historians, they act more like detectives. I am sure you might be very curious how they act. So definitely these people, they act more like detectives. They study all the clues. They refer to all the sources that archaeologists have found and try to find more about the past. Alright, so let's proceed and know more about our history. So guys, in this chapter, the book that you've referring to, it is very easy that you read the name of the book and it says our past. You can easily understand that we talk about our past. But the book's title is not our past, it's our pasts. It's that plural form, where more than one people are involved. You see more than one people involved in this category, that's our pasts. Why is it so? It is so because we didn't have the same set of people living across the globe. We had kings, we had queens, We also found many craftsmen there who were living. We also find many peasants. We find farmers who lived. So in this chapter, we are going to study all about their life. Different people following different practices, having different customs. That's quite different. So that is why, to talk about their past, about the kings, queen, craftsmen, or the farmer, we've named the book as Our Pasts. You take today's scenario. If you look at Andaman Islands, you'll find the life of people is quite different to how people live in Delhi. In Andaman, people themselves go out in the wild, collect the fish, go on hunting, collect the forest produce. But the ordinary people, they're not really hunters, they're not gatherers, they're not farmers. So in this book, we'll find what kind of a difference existed. Also, the queens and the kings back then had a record, maintained a record of their victory, of their lifestyles, of any order that they wanted to convey to the common people. Any message they wanted to convey to the common people, we have a record of the same. About the battles, about their messages, about their victories. But the ordinary people have not mentioned anything about their life, so that archaeologists can find a clue. Now, moving on to the last part of the chapter. I know you guys are concerned that, ma'am, we've been talking about 2000 years ago, 5000 years ago. What is all this? What do these dates mean? All right. Let's make a timeline here. All right. So this center point that you see here, I'm going to create this picture here. Imagine the birth of Jesus Christ. Yes, the birth of Jesus Christ, who's the founder of Christianity. Right? So now what I'm going to do is, this is the point where I say the Jesus Christ took birth. He was born. Right? All the years that follow, maybe 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, 400 years, we'll call it AD. AD is a Latin word which means Anno Domini, which means in the year of the Lord. And if I go back from the year Jesus Christ was born, 200 years back, 300 years back, I refer to it as BC, which means before the Christ. Before Christ. Now I'll tell you something interesting. Everybody does not follow these terms. The countries around the globe do not follow the terms BC and AD. Definitely there needs to be more secular term to this. We really need to introduce secular terms. So I'm going to introduce two secular terms. The first is BCE, and the second one to replace AD would be CE. CE stands for Common Era. It's more secular. And BCE stands for Before the Common Era. Right? So this is what we have to learn, how the dates have come into existence. Even in India, we began using this dating system about 200 years ago. Right. So guys, what did we learn in this session? We learned about palm leaves that I used to write the manuscripts. We also learned about manuscripts in general. We talked about the difference between manuscripts and inscription. We talked about the difference of archaeology or archaeologists and historians. We also happened to read and take a deep insight into the map of India, where we located different places: Indus, Suleiman, Kirthar, Narmada River, Vindhyas, Garo, Andaman. So in case you guys are interested to know more and to learn more, please stay tuned. I'll be coming up with new videos every week. Until we meet next, please take care and stay healthy. Thank you. Please subscribe to the channel.